And here we are, with several nerds. Not just one or two today, we have three. Three nerds. An astronomical number of nerds today.
Frankly, it's far too many for any given moment.
Things happen.
What the fuck is this, Comic-Con?
Well, let's see. Bacon's currently playing Black Mesa over on his channel, which is, you know, not surprising. He's doing his thing. We have Corey Alfard, and his roommate Mike is with us today. And I don't even think he knows what the hell is going on.
He never knows. Just never mind.
Corey, did you mute yourself just so you can play through his mic?
No, I muted myself.
I actually turned my mic's pick up down too. What the fuck?
And I'm still able to hear him rather clearly.
Alright, let me turn this down a bit more. Talk, Corey.
I am talking.
We can still hear you. Anyway, so at 3 o'clock during the week, every day, I do a writing stream about my Patreon and all of the projects I'm working on, Micah. So, that's usually what this little half-hour space is about. Whenever Corey's around, we end up chatting about the dice engine that he's helping me build, which...
Because of course.
Because of course. Which we still... We'll eventually actually start working on the magic system, but today I've got a page and a half done on my Panic story, and I'm just flying fucking through it. I have had a severe block on it ever since I started being home full-time. I've had trouble going back and continuing the story.
Alright.
But now things are actually starting to go together.
Like
Also,
pieces of a fucked up puzzle.
Yes. It is a very fucked up puzzle. That's kind of the point. It's a story about fucking psychological trauma. What the hell do you expect? And people gaining powers from it. What are you doing? Oh, you get mad at Birdwatcher, man. They be spending hours outside to look at birds, and you can just Google them. They're the only wholesome, non-problematic fandom. Thanks, Corey. Thanks.
They are. They are. Did you see the thing I sent to the fucking actual shitpost channel? And the thing that Micah sent?
See, I've posted the one that Micah sent before, but that was like 6 months ago.
I just popped in my Twitter recently, so I threw it up.
I get all my memes off of Reddit, so I get them usually first.
Yep.
Because it's every other site that steals from Reddit, rather than actually having original content.
Yep. But, Troy, you can be anything you want to be.
Can I be anything I want to be? I'm already a speed bump. What's your fucking point?
You can be anything you want to be. Even a speed bump.
Even a speed bump. And the words to live by. You want to be anything you want to be? Be a speed bump.
Be someone else's speed bump.
Yeah. The fuck was that?
Jesus.
What the fuck was that?
Don't follow him.
You just dying or something?
Pretty much.
There, free follow. You're welcome, Bacon.
Yay! I have 4 now.
Actually, 4. I think you have 7.
I gotta look and see. I haven't looked in
It
a
says
while.
7. You have 7.
Ooh.
Troy has a number. Anyway.
Corey, send me a link to
What?
Bacon's stream so I can open that shit up.
What?
It's just Baconator94.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send it to him over, so he can find it.
Saves me some time.
For the fact that I'm streaming, his channel will be playing on my channel. It probably was playing on my channel, and then I started streaming.
Probably. So I'm doing a thing, by the way.
Yeah, and what thing are you doing?
Is that Origin open?
Are you downloading Apex so we can die together?
Yes, buddy.
Fantastic. I'll tell Goob, she'll be ecstatic to have more people to help us commit suicide.
Well,
We were
sweet
doing
Jesus.
fucking good last night.
We were doing
it.
really good, and then it went to shit at the last minute every time. We would have
is, I'm
full
really-
stacked loadouts and tons of fucking ammo, and then we would just get surrounded and fucked every time by the second to last or very last team.
I'm not surprised. I used to be really good at the game. I carried fucking Boston Nick to wins.
I wish
How hard
the
that is.
invisible MMR system in it actually worked, because I'm getting tired of placing against 430 level people when the maximum level is 500, and we're level what? What are you, Bacon? 12? Level 12? Something like that?
13 or I think I went up
13.
to 14 last night.
Oh yeah, probably. I'm not even level 20. Not even level 20. Bacon's or Goob is level 42 or 41.
She
And
also
we're
has
getting-
a problem.
Well, yeah, right. Thank you for the follow, my nerd.
I mean, hey, mutually assured following if you're willing.
Right? Yeah, I'll get to your. Here's
I don't
in a
think
bit.
so.
I don't even have my stream, like the channel up. I just have Streamlabs and my chat sources and everything.
When it does that, I had it muted because I can hear Troy. I just want to see the stream fucking thing up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I usually do, is just so I can see chat.
Oh,
There,
absolutely.
So everyone can mutually go and harass him.
Yes, and that's pretty much what everybody does.
Do that in the shit post station.
Yes.
Wasn't my stream name not accurate last night? We lost spectacularly. A lot.
Yes. I told you to do it with style. Oh yeah, we did. You did stream us playing golf with friends.
Yes, I did. And you losing your shit.
I was a little bit upset. Just a little.
Were you
Sorry,
Salt?
was having a mental breakdown.
I was not having a mental breakdown.
So he's
True,
the
you
big
weren't
jiggly
playing.
panda of our group. He was having a mental breakdown playing golf.
True, true. This was not my big sister. That was the mental breakdown in stream.
That was the mental breakdown.
I see. I haven't played golf with friends in a little while, and the last time I played, it was just me and Weston playing. So
Yeah, it's free on Xbox Game Pass right now.
see, I play it on PC where the controls are intuitive.
Fuck that. I gotta make it hard on myself.
That's fair.
They're intuitive enough.
Not intuitive at all. The game's inconsistent as fuck on console when it comes to power.
That's fair.
Just under half, you're not going anywhere. Just over half, ready to get yeeted, bitch.
That's why you always start off with full power.
That's
And
what
just
I
go
do.
from there.
Moon.
That's what I do.
I did the same
In a
thing on the
game.
original Game Boy golf games, because when I was like 5 or 6, I had the first Game Boy, and the only game I had for it was a golf game. And I thought that the only way to actually play it correctly was to aim the ball specifically at the hole. And you were a loser somehow if you didn't hit it and it just fell straight into the hole without bouncing. Because that's how golf works, right?
No.
Obviously, yes. That's exactly how it goes.
Again, this was the early 90s. Mid-90s. Something like that.
Oh yeah, I adjusted my levels. How do I sound now?
You're quieter. I can't hear Corey anymore through you. At least I don't think so.
I occasionally can.
Occasionally. But it doesn't really come up on our end because you're louder than he is. Or louder than his mic picking you up. So.
Boop.
But yeah, if you're on my Twitch, Micah, down below the stream itself is a Patreon link. That's where all of my writing stuff goes.
Alright.
If you're interested in giving some of it a read and seeing what the hell I'm actually doing.
Sure, I'll look at it.
I don't have that many followers. Bacon's one of them, and he hasn't read anything of mine yet. Or he started reading some of it yesterday, and I don't know what he was reading or how far he got.
I cannot promise any money, but
I'm not asking you guys for money. I have a hard enough time asking anybody for money. Especially people I don't know. That's why I don't have any fucking subscribers.
I enjoy a decent read, though.
Yeah, one of the primary stories I'm working on is called Panic. People gaining psychic powers from psychological and mental trauma.
Alright.
Or from monsters called trauma, which are formed from the souls of people who did not want to return to the cycle of reincarnation. So literally greedy fucking humans, and they turn into monsters. Little bit of a Bleach vibe there, but not quite, because there's a bit more to it.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the first thing that came to mind when you started saying that.
Yeah, there's no, like, afterlife. Everything in this world, it revolves around reincarnation. Because
So
when
it's-
you are born, your soul is made up of tiny fractions of souls of millions of things around you. And when you die, it disperses the same way.
So it's
Well-
kind of akin to Tibetan Buddhism, then.
A little bit, yeah. So, trauma are monsters of people who have died, and their soul does not want to return to the cycle. They just want to keep living. So they end up turning into twisted monsters. They possess people, and shit goes wrong. And as they devour the souls of other living things, they eventually grow stronger.
Alright.
I think I went over the rankings of them with Bacon the other day.
Cool.
'Cause, yeah, there's 7 ranks of trauma, and each of them corresponds with one of the 7 deadly sins. And it gets worse and worse as things go on. So yeah, that's one of my primary focuses right now. That's the one I just got a page and a half done today. And now that the stream started, I lost my train of thought, and I'm not sure where I was going to go with it. So I'm not sure if I'll return to it immediately after finishing the stream, but it's something. Other than that, we have the video game I'm technically drawing up for an eventuality, because I'm not going to be able to make it myself. I can't program for shit. So that's not happening anytime soon. And then we have the D-Tony engine that me and Corey are working on. So Corey.
Yeah, lay it on me. I'm totally paying attention.
Yeah, I
did you say that
noticed.
story?
No
So
reason.
Corey. Magic.
You gotta talk about magic, huh?
Sooner or later, we're gonna have to. The question is, how do we want it to function? Because we already streamlined how classes and races work, but we don't have magic. And we have to line up 3 magic systems, technically. Because we have the natural, the light, and the dark magic.
The dark magic.
And I mean, dark magic is like higher level anyways. But we still gotta work on the arcane and the divine magics. And what the hell they do and how they function. And how much mana they cost.
All the mana.
All of the mana. 100%. All of the mana. Because fuck you, that's how it works.
Advent sent Pikachu tits by Corey.
That's not a
you
sentence
say
I
that-
expected to hear on my stream,
Yeah.
or needed
you
to
said
hear
that.
on my stream.
He said that, and he's not wrong, but he's also leaving out a large chunk of it.
I'm not sure I want to know what the other chunk is.
It's just a
Pretty sure that's
cosplayer.
pretty self-explanatory. Oh, it's a cosplayer, so it is Pikachu test. That's fine.
Yes.
That's perfect.
God.
Perfectly fine.
I have no qualms with this whatsoever.
Let's start Dark Souls 3. I haven't played this in a bit.
So,
Magic. Otherwise, we could just go over races and class stuff again and figure out some more details for the last 15 minutes, rather than racking our brains.
I think maybe just going over class stuff and trying to
Yeah.
figure out what you want to do for that.
Big
All
Bird,
right.
Can you
What?
give me a solid?
What's that?
Hit the light.
It's all the way over there.
Alright. Dark camera for Dark Souls.
So, I suppose let's start with races. Soul Blade is the name of my engine. It was going to be Swords and Souls, and then immediately after I named it that, a video game came out called Swords and Souls. Not a fantastic game. It looked neat, but not a fantastic game. So, Soul Blade is a streamlined D20 engine based off of obviously Pathfinder and D&D, but it also takes a lot of inspiration from Dark Souls and Fire Emblem and several other RPG games. And trying to streamline everything to focus more on role-playing and what you can do, rather than I have these billion fucking skills and feats to go through. What can I do? So, yeah. Start with classes, I guess. So, not classes, let's start with races. So with races, you have a race, but you are also a sub-race of that race. So the only races we have right now are divided up as humans, elves, dwarves, soul, which are your angelic, Dave, which are your demonic, minor races, which are halflings and gnomes, they're the midget races, tribal races like goblins and orcs, elementals, beast folk, which are anthropomorphic beasts, so they're like werefolk, but they have control over when they can transform and how, fae folk, and then legend folk, which the only legends are dragonkin. Basically dragonborns. Half-dragons. And then, of course, there's sub-races of each of those, which I'm not going to go over again because we just did the other day. And when picking a race, you have stat adjustments, obviously, a skill, and a trait. So skills are active abilities, and traits are passive abilities. Every race has one active, one passive. So if you're a pure-blooded human, your active skill is called adaptive. You gain a plus half your level on any skill track 5 times a day.
Alright.
And your passive is you get an additional trained choice, or a trained skill of your choice and one additional language. Forever.
Yes.
Yeah. So every race has its active skill and passive skill. A lot of the active skills are finished. Actually, all of the active skills are finished. It's the passive stuff that we haven't finished entirely. So let's go over Corey's favorite race to talk about on my fucking stream so far, the Urban Elves. Or as he affectionately refers to them, the Race Traders.
Okay. I think the joke has gone on a little too far.
No,
I
no, it
That totally
hasn't.
Gave them
would like
all that really comes to mind is the elves in Dragon Age that live in the city.
That's pretty much what they are. Urban elves are elves that have foregone living in forested areas and instead live in a civilized, like, cities and towns and stuff.
I
Civilized
have
definitely worth putting it.
I have a statement here that I have to say. I'm
We're
sorry
listening.
for the to the unfortunate way that I have declared the urban elves. I have to apologize. It is not their fault they were born race traders. And they will always and forever be race traders. You pieces of shit. I mean, I'm sorry.
I thought this was going to be your Bill Clinton moment, but it wasn't. It just made it worse. Moving on.
More of a Donald Trump moment.
Yeah, something like that.
It's
So-
not my fault they're race traders.
Corey,
What?
keep being you. Just keep being you. Anyway, so the Forest Elves, their active skill is called One with Nature. They get either a +5 on stealth in forest, or a ranged attack unobstructed by cover in the forest 3 times a day. So they get either of those a total of 3 times a day. And their passive skill is they get a damage and to hit with a +2 with daggers, light blades, bows, and great bows. So they're adept at using those 4 weapon types. Urban elves, their active skill I call swords and science and stone. They get a +1 per level per day to 1 knowledge or street sword check. So they focus on academics rather than natural stuff. I don't have a passive for them. Does anything come to mind to anybody? What would make sense for an urban elf to have passively?
I gave you my answer yesterday, but it was very violently shot down.
Is it just calling them race traders? Because you've already done that enough today, too.
Well, maybe you have a natural inclination to navigation in more urban settings.
Okay.
I don't know.
Traders.
I was kind of thinking they gained a passive ability to move through rough terrain in a city without penalty. So, how the hell do I put it into words very well? I'm blanking. I don't know.
Alright. That was a short-lived venture.
So basically, I was thinking the ability to move through urban environment or on rooftops and such, the same way a normal elf would move through the forest. They don't treat it as rough terrain, they treat it
Parkour?
as... Yeah, they parkour.
Maybe give them a ability where they can't really lose themselves in samey environments. Because in bigger cities, almost everything will look the same.
True.
So they have so maybe advantages with navigation inside like a labyrinthian setting. I don't know.
So you're thinking like a passive street smarts to always know where you are in a city.
Yeah.
They're very, they have a natural sense of direction.
Yeah.
Alright. They get like a +6 or something to their
big
street
fucking
smarts
bag.
to...
Alright, that's how I use that.
So that, I suppose that works. The next one down the line would be Dark Elves. So Drow. they already have dark vision, obviously, and their active skill is, I call, Among the Depths. They get a +10 to stealth and perception when they're inside a shadow or just general darkness, but they get a -6 in daylight.
Alright.
Actually, that seems a lot more like a passive than an active. Hold on. Why is that there? So I'm just going to change that. So I need an active skill for the Dark Elves.
Come on, buddy. Get over here.
So what can you guys think of? What would be an interesting active skill for a for Dark Elves to have?
Poison proficiency? I don't know.
It's very situational, I guess. I'm thinking more general skills. Corey, anything? Bacon?
No.
You're too distracted with your game already.
What?
Oh, he's playing Deadside now.
I'm trying to get it to launch. I can't figure out why it won't.
Because it hates you.
Interesting.
I'm a little bit distracted myself, but I can't think of anything otherwise.
Well, we can move further down the line because I have several other ones. So I don't have...
Dark Elf to possess.
Otherwise, I need passive traits for all 3 types of dwarves and both of the soul types. So...
Maybe... No.
So there's 3 types of dwarves: mountain dwarves, desert dwarves, and deep dwarves. Basically the drow equivalent of a dwarf.
Yes.
And the angelic, which are your descendants of angels, and the light touched, which are blessed humans, basically. Or just a blessed race. I need passive traits for them. As I said, almost all of the skills are done. We did add a few races last night, though, during our stream yesterday. So I don't have any skills or anything for kobolds, ogres, snake beastfolk, and harpies.
Oh, harpies.
Yeah.
You've immediately piqued my interest with this world you're building.
It's less of a world and more of an entire engine. Again, it's supposed to be simplified D&D where you make a character in 20 minutes and you're done, rather than spending several hours mulling on characters, which we have done. I think the biggest character I've ever had to make was a level 90 4th edition character. So you had to do 3 level 30 characters in one. It took us 4 hours for all 3 of us to finish characters. This was like 7 years ago when I was learning D&D. And of course they taught me on the shittiest engine possible, 4th edition.
Oh, gross.
Yup.
That's the engine I was taught on to. It's not great.
4th edition is D&D dumb, and it's not even that. It's very just bad.
I've actually grown to be quite the fan of 5th edition, honestly.
I've tried 5th edition. I still prefer Pathfinder. It's just how I've been. I think Corey got bored over there.
Sounds like it.
He's looking at Power Rangers.
Of course he's looking at fucking Power Rangers.
The next expansion.
Oh, Psycho Rangers.
It comes with them. Look closely.
Interesting.
Oh, space.
Space? Space! Space!
The next expansion after the current one is the In-Space Rangers.
I see.
Alright.
By the way,
How much will this big motherfucker fuck my shit up?
a lot. By
A
the way,
lot.
I appreciate the fact that you fucks kept coming up with dumb names, slowly driving me insane.
Totally wild and tactical.
Oh, yeah, totally wild and tactical. He wanted us to be twat for your campaign.
No, you're not being twat.
But why?
Not being wank. You're not being milf. You're not being crap. Not being
Fuck.
fuck.
Who doesn't want to be part of the Mega Incursion Laser Force?
No
I
one
do.
is going to call
Fuck.
you milf.
I would love to be inside of that.
You're not being called. Shut up. You're not being called the Great Intergalactic Ranger Love Squadron.
Oh, your friend Vanessa? She wanted us to be team girls. That doesn't really fucking help. You don't like Force Ultra Chaos Kaiser? No? Team fuck?
No, no one's being. Fucking
I gave you guys a legitimate one, and you didn't like it.
I didn't say anything about the legitimate one. I had left alone.
You're
Said
just
you guys have to agree with
just
it.
be glad I didn't make it worse last night by posting a meme I wanted to post.
What was the meme?
Have you ever seen the one Kirby's fucking pissed? I wanted to post that after you said Zordon is pissed. Because it's the first thing that came to mind. Let's see here. I mean, it's... eh. It's very dreamy sounding rather than anything else. Oh fuck, it's already been half an hour. Shit. Alright,
Waste
well,
of time.
we'll probably be playing something here not too long.
Pending.
I'm not sure what we're gonna play, but it's probably going to be dumb. And we're
It will
probably going to die a lot.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I'm just playing Dark Souls right now.
10 out of fucking 10. Get good, kid.
Still haven't gone back to it.
And, you should. You gotta get good, Bacon. Because you have two strategies. Either never stop rolling, or L1 to delete damage.
Just press
So-
L1 to stop all damage.
Press L1 to stop damage. Sorry, Great Shield is best shield. That's how I beat the first game the first time. I played only with a great sword in one hand and a great shield in the other. I didn't parry Gwyn, and the last boss fight against Gwyn, parrying is the instant win for you, because it's stupid easy. But I didn't know that, and I used a great shield, and you can't parry with a great shield. So I did it the hard way, and I still won. By fat rolling. And Weston doesn't believe I did it.
Won't believe it unless he sees it.
Yeah, well, I have a hard time believing that the people that he knows beat Dark Souls 1 in 3 hours with a broken hilt sword, and then I saw it. People are fucking crazy in that game. Doesn't help that, you know, Wonder Children. Anyway, I will be back on tomorrow again for the Friday writer stream, and yeah,
Well,
we'll be on playing games
Oh.
later.